thing you would have done is you would have gone to Facebook or LinkedIn, you would have seen who Ranjit Keshav is. Now, my profile is defined by, my credibility is defined by the content that my profile reflects. If my content was all about my selfies and some lovey-dovey quotes, some good night and good morning messages, Johnson, you would go back and tell Girish that I really don't think he's the right guy to do this job.
True.
Correct. So I think if you want to build your network, I guess LinkedIn is, I think, an amazing platform. And let me just tell you this, Johnson, that just go and be active there for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You're stuck somewhere, it is still fine. Just see, it's like one of those video games, right? You're stuck in that level, like for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, but you give up. You don't give up. So I can still give you an example from one of my students. Her name is Meenakshi. She's from a college called as Stockage in Kochi. So when I visited their college, I told the entire batch that, just go and spend 15 minutes on LinkedIn every day. So then they asked me, like, what do we do? I said, build your content. If you're not able to build your content, copy the content. If you're not able to copy the content, just go and click every link. Just go and click every link that you see on LinkedIn. And she landed up with a job in 6 months. And I still have that email with me. So LinkedIn is one of the platforms. The next one is, I think these people, they need to go, and people who are pursuing engineering, they need to, take part in competitions. These IITs and these NITs, they conduct a lot of competitions every year. Something like a Hacker Rank, Hacker Earth, Code Chef. Google comes up with, Code Chefs out of competitions. These are online things, but there are institutes, there are companies, who does these competitions, in their own platform. They invite people to their office. Go and participate. At least you will get to meet, 10 people. Or 10 people from different colleges, 10 people from different organizations. Like one of the leading companies called as Ernst & Young. They used to do something for the startups every year. And I think last year when I visited the entire program, I could only find like 12 or 13 teams. That's it. When there was a window for about 20, 25 teams to come over and do that. I think those are the kind of, leverages that they need to take care of. The third thing is these IIMs and IITs, they conduct workshops and conferences. Go and attend. Don't mind spending, 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees for that. Like IIM Calicut, they did a digital marketing workshop. You will be surprised to know what was the fee. The fee was 1,500 rupees. The fee was 1,500 rupees, and that's it. You would go to an IIM Calicut, you will spend a day there, you will meet up with 50 other people, you get a certification from IIM Calicut on digital marketing. What else do you want? And so at CII, the conferences which is being done by CII, as a student, you can definitely go and participate. You will probably talk to like 25 project managers over there. And if you have a solid resume with you, you can probably talk to them and tell them that, so this is what I have done. Do you think I can land up in a job in your company? You can do that. Now, where do you get the information? Where do you get the information of this is happening at Ernst & Young? This is happening at IIMK Live. This is happening with one of the CIF, entities. This happens on LinkedIn. Now, if you go to LinkedIn, you can follow the pages of IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, CIA pages. There's several pages, and all these entities, they will put the information on such professional platforms. You will not find this on Facebook or Instagram. And I think these are the platforms, through which you will have to start building your network. So if you are in the age group of probably 18 to 23, move on from Facebook and Instagram if you are planning to build a career.
I think when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. There is no other option other than focusing the energy in doing the things that you just mentioned. A lot of people are very comfortable these days. Right now, we have a lot of time sitting at home. The inputs that you have given, even if you try to work 15 or 20 minutes a day, it would make a lot of sense. I think even reading 10 pages of a book that is something of our interest, and taking up some code that we liked, posting it on Instagram also could make a lot of sense.
See, I think you need to sell your product where there is a market.
Yes.
And Instagram for the kind of topic that we are discussing, or Facebook for that matter of fact, may not be the right market. Like I cannot take a barrel of oil and sell it in Iraq or Iran, because they don't need it. But if the same oil is taken to India, they'll jump over it.
So I want to also know. So there is this. You have mentioned in a lot of places about the art of communication. So there is this growing idea of not dominating people with powerful speeches, rather influencing people with powerless communication. Essential skills such as communication, people skills, collaboration are least taught or emphasized in education today. And just to cover up, we train the students before we send them to a job. With the job opportunities decreasing, people competing for the same job, what competencies should students be really focused, and how do you nurture them?
Good question, Johnson. Johnson, we need to understand, how the market works. It is extremely important for especially students who are watching. They should know this. See, what happened after 2008 recession for the first, maybe after 2010, when the recruitment picked up. What happened is, see, when the industry is at the peak, regardless of any sector, when the industry is at the peak, they will hire the best, the mediocre, and sometimes even the less mediocre, because there is a requirement for the volume. The leading IT companies are a prime example. Sometimes we are surprised and equally shocked how a particular student got through with an IT company when he doesn't know the ABCD of coding. He doesn't even know what exactly C programming, but he ends up being a software engineer or a tester. And that is the time when the market is at the peak. And I've seen that in 2012, 13, and 14. And in the last 2 years, I've seen that heights of the industry. But when there is a crisis, and immediately after the crisis, what will happen is the industry will shift its focus from quantity to quality. So earlier, if they were taking, suppose, 100 people, they might end up hiring 40 people. So that means hiring will still happen. Hiring is still there. Job opportunity is still there. The only difference is the interest has shifted from quantity to quality now. I can give you an example. Sitting here, I was having like I told you, I'm having a teleconference meeting today. So when I was talking to one of my clients, he was telling me that a leading IT company, a multinational company who had hired 35 students from his college last year, they have sent an email saying that, please be rest assured that, we will absorb all these people. But the only difference compared to last year would be they'll have to undergo a skill assessment test, which was not there until last year. A skill assessment test will be based on a technical platform that these guys are supposed to work. So for example, let's suppose we take Python. Python. So Python is not something that, at least in Kerala, engineering students, they don't get to learn Python in detail. But if they're supposed to work on Python, what this company is saying is, use this lockdown period for 3 to 4 months, learn the basics of Python, get certified, and when you're ready, let us know. We will conduct a skill assessment test on Python, and only if you are able to meet the cutoff, we will take you to the company and we will take you on board. Without that, we may not be able to do it. And that clearly testifies the fact that, they have shifted their focus to quality now. So the students, who are hardcore engineering students, who are technically brilliant, it is essential and imperative that they start looking at building a quality profile in the next 6 months. They can probably start looking at different fields. Like I was talking to an IT engineer last week, and he spoke about data literacy. He said that data literacy is catching up like big time. He spoke about things like business intelligence. He spoke about the things like UI and UX design. Who would have thought it's a solid career option 10 years before? But today, if you are good in your creativity, if you are good with your logical skills, a UI UX design career option is fantastic. Digital marketing. Digital marketing is an amazing field. Video editing is an amazing field. So if you look at these, like I visited like Singapore and Bangkok last year in December. I visited a lot of colleges, and I was there with NSU as well. Once I stepped into that campus, once I stepped into the metros and everywhere, people will be like on their mobile all the time. Bangkok, I saw school students sitting on the floor waiting for the school bus, and 100%, not even sparing 100% of them were on their mobile. At least I would say India, it is much better. So any career option related to mobile phones are fantastic. Start building your skills on those lines. Technically, start building on those lines. Which are the technology which is relevant in the next probably 4 to 5 years. You could probably go and read about data literacy, which is coming up big time. Data literacy. You can think about video editing. You can think about, as I said earlier, UI UX design. You can think about digital marketing as an option. If you are into hardcore coding, nothing like it. You can probably start visiting HackerRank, Hacker Earth.